Hello boys and girls. I hope that you're enjoying the better weather. I have a question for you this week. I wonder if you've ever been really angry. I wonder what you do when you're really angry. Do you shout and scream? Do you kick things around? I hope that you never get that angry. I don't know about you, but when I see people that are angry, I don't like it. It makes me feel sad, and sometimes I feel afraid when I see a really angry person. I wonder if you think it's ever okay to be really angry. That's a difficult one, that one, isn't it? That's tricky to think about. Do you think it's okay to be angry when you see something that is not fair? Maybe when you see someone being cruel to an animal or stealing something that belongs to someone else. Now that's the kind of things that quite rightly might make us feel very angry. There's one person we might think never gets angry, and that's Jesus. When we read stories of Jesus, he's always helping people. He's teaching people or healing people. He always seems to be very much in control, calm, very gentle and kind. But there's a story in the Bible when Jesus gets really angry, red in the face, foot stomping angry. Let's hear the story now. The temple in Jerusalem was a very grand building indeed. It had taken years and years and years to build. It was where people went to worship God, to say their prayers and to attend special services. One day, Jesus went to the temple. He saw poor wee lambs trembling in pens, cattle and doves and pigeons in cages, all waiting to be bought and sold. There were tables where people sat with piles of coins in front of them. They were ready to change other people's money so that they could pay their temple tax. Without paying the temple tax, the people wouldn't be able to come and worship. And some of the people were so poor they could hardly afford the money for the temple tax. As Jesus watched all this going on, he became angrier and angrier. He knew this was wrong. People should be able to come and worship God, to say their prayers without all this buying and selling. People should be able to come to the temple no matter how rich or poor they were. And so Jesus came and overturned the tables and kicked over the chairs. The coins were scattered and went rolling everywhere. He freed all the animals and the birds, and he shouted at the money changers and the people selling the animals, "Stop turning my Father's house into a marketplace." Well, the place was in an uproar. There were animals running in every direction, and the sound of coins rolling over the stone floor. Excited voices and angry voices. And some of those angry voices belonged to the people who were in charge of running the temple, and they were not happy with Jesus at all. In fact, they were very angry with Jesus and were planning to do something to stop him once and for all. I wonder if you can guess why Jesus was so angry when he went to the temple. Jesus thought that the temple should be a holy place, a place where all people could come and worship come and say their prayers and feel close to God. A place where they could come if they were feeling bad about themselves or if they were feeling sad. But because of everything that was going on in the temple, the animals all being sold, all sorts of animals, and people changing money, and it was so noisy, and there was just no room for people to come and just be quiet with their thoughts or have time to say their prayers. So although we might be surprised to hear that Jesus got so very angry, this is a story that tells us that it's okay to be angry when we see something that is not right, when we see things that are unfair and we see people being treated unfairly. And Jesus, by his anger in the temple, showed that people should be treated more fairly. But unfortunately, there were some people in the temple that day that were not happy about what Jesus did and said. They liked the way things were, and they didn't want things to change, even if it meant that other people were suffering. And so they were very angry at Jesus, and Jesus' life was now in danger. And that's a story I'll tell you a bit closer to Easter. I hope that you have a good week and that there's nothing that happens this week that makes you angry. God bless.